I'm so sorry for the awful angle. This is just the best I can do right now. Mainly because I'm too lazy to get my tripod, but it's fine. But hey guys, Baby Crochet here. I'm also probably going to be posting this on my cosplay channel too, so Baby Cosplays here. This video is going to be market prepping, because I have a market in like 3 weeks. Wait, no, 2 weeks. It's already that soon? I have a market in 2 weeks. And I just recently made a new pattern for turtles. I can show you all the turtles I made. 1 second. So far, I've made 4 turtles. This kiwi turtle was my very first one. And it was my first attempt at making the pattern too. And I think it was successful. So, it's just a goofy little goober. So we have the kiwi turtle. And then next up is the peach turtle. Yeah. And then we have watermelon turtle. I still need to make a strawberry one, but we have watermelon turtle. And then we have, since next month is Pride Month, I thought I'd make some pride turtles. So I have just a little rainbow turtle. Why is there a chunk of yarn sticking out of him? That is concerning. Okay. But I just barely finished this one. But yeah. So I have a lot more turtles I want to make. I want to make a bunch of different pride flags, so I'm probably going to start there. I'm probably going to start with pink, purple, and blue. Whee! And now I need to split these evenly between 8 rows. Trying to think what I can do. I know the purple is a little bit smaller than the other two. Maybe I could do, because that's only 5. 3 rows of pink, 2 rows of purple, and then another 3 rows of blue. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So, get started. Okay, I've been crocheting for a bit and I'm really tired, so I'm gonna switch gears a bit. Since I'm gonna be posting this on my cosplay channel too, I thought I'd give you guys some cosplay updates. I'm working on wings. I need to fill in a few gaps on this that I missed, and then I need to get feathers on the other side. So, it's a journey. I was gonna make an entire video on like how I'm making this cosplay, but I lost most of the footage. So, guess this is gonna be another cosplay you guys just kind of see when it's done. Yeah. Okay. Okay, so I am honestly resting my phone on a big pile of stuff. But there's one thing I want to do. I didn't put tags on these because I want to make like a mini bin. I'm aware this chicken's face is a little lopsided. It was my first time making one, so yeah, I kind of like that his face is lopsided. It gives him character. But yeah, I want to make like a minis bin, and these are gonna be some of the stuff that goes in them. I'm gonna make 10 of each of these. I only have enough 12 millimeter eyes for 2 more plushies, which means I only have 4 eyes left. So, I bought more, but they're coming tomorrow. I think they're coming overnight, but I could be wrong on that. But yeah. I'm gonna make 9 more of both of these. Probably not right now, but I'm working on like my smaller stuff in between my bigger stuff. Just to like give me a small little break from the big stuff, you know? Let's see. So I decided to take this opportunity to make a lot of stuff that I haven't made before. And one of those things that I really wanted to make and was like really dreading because I tried it once and failed miserably was leggy frogs. And then, so this is my first one. You can tell that his eyes are a little funky because I made the stitches like way too thin over here, so kind of had to sew those holes closed so there wouldn't be any obvious gaps. But this was my very first leggy frog, and then I just started making more after that. This is my second one, and then I just kept making more and more. So, the stuff that I have is I made all the leggy frogs I wanted to make. I just made one of each color in the rainbow, and then I made one just rainbow leggy frog. And then for bees, I made the NB one, and then the only 2 like minis things I have are these. So I'm gonna make like a minis bin and put a label on it for like $8, I think is what I'm gonna price them as, just because they're really easy to make. So I do like $8 for those. And yeah, I still have 1 more bee I need to make, which is really surprising because normally I need to make like a million times more. But I only have 1 more bee I need to make. And then for turtles, I have 4 that I at least want to get done. I obviously always want to make more turtles, but I don't think I'll get to that because they take a while, and I just don't think I have the time to do that with how much else I need to get done. And then I also need to fill the pickle jar. I think I can fit maybe 4 more pickles in there. Maybe 5. We'll see. And then for mushy pops, I only have 4 I need to make for those. And then this is also another new thing. I made these, like, they're mushy boys, but mushy pops at the same time. So I am pricing them higher than the mushy boys because they did take up more yarn than the mushy boys. They are roughly the same size. Like, here's a mushy boy. Here's a mushy boy, and here's the pop. They're roughly the same size, as you can see. But because this one does pop, it did use more yarn and took more time. So I'm only pricing this one like $2 more. So it's $20 instead of $18. So yeah, this is all the stuff I have left to make. The stuff that's filled in is the stuff that I have made. I shortened it down a lot I'm not going to make any more mushy boys since I still have a lot left over from my previous markets, and I just want to get those out because they do sell pretty well, but I tend to make a lot for a market and then end up with a ton extra. So I'm just not going to make any more for this market. Let's see. Like I said, I do want to make 10 of each of these, and then if I run into more mini patterns I want to make, I'll make 10 of those. That's if I have time. But I'm going to work with what I have now, and if I have time for other stuff, I will do that. I'm just really busy these next few weeks, because today I don't have anything, but tomorrow I have play rehearsal. Sunday I have mostly free time. It's just a Sunday, so I can't really go out shopping for anything, so if I run out of something, I have to wait until Monday. But my friend and I are going shopping on Wednesday, so hopefully I can get stuff done then. And then Thursday, my brother's getting married, and then I have play rehearsal, so I'm going to be gone all day that day. And then Friday, I don't think I have anything that Friday, no, I'm seeing Digital Circus in theaters that Friday. I don't remember what time. I need to check in with my friend again. But I'm seeing Digital Circus that Friday, and then Saturday I have rehearsal. So next week is completely booked, and then the week after that, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, nothing. Thursday, Friday, Saturday is the market. So I really need to get this done. That's just showing me how little time I have to do this. Maybe I need to, like, come up with a plan. I'm probably gonna do that. Let's see here. I honestly think I can finish this, like, all of this, within 3 days. Because, today I can work on the mushy pops and the turtles, since those don't use my 12mm eyes. The mushy boy pops, the pickles and the bees, I can work on all of those tomorrow, because I have play rehearsal from 9 to 12, and then I don't think I have anything after that tomorrow. Yeah, I don't. So I have rehearsal from 9 to 12 in the morning tomorrow, so I'll have the rest of the day to work on that stuff. And then Sunday I can start working on all my pocket items. I might need to spread out the mushy boy pops and the pickles, like, throughout a few days. But yeah. And then if there's, like, there's probably a few other things I can make, especially since it's during Pride Month, so I do want to make a few more Pride items. But we will see. Let me see if I can come up with more of a schedule. The bees, I only have one bee left, so I could honestly just finish that today. I'm just going to take the bee off the list, because I'm probably just going to finish that right after filming this. I probably need to select, like, which pocket items I'm going to work on. Although, I am probably just going to, like, switch back and forth between them. So, or I could use Sunday as a day to work on some of my personal projects, because I do have a few of those. So, maybe, or I could find, like, one of my bigger items to work on. I do have a few gnomes I still want to make. I was planning on making all the gnomes in a gnome book that I bought, but I was only able to make 3. Because I don't have any orange yarn, so I was hoping to buy some on Wednesday next week when my friend and I go shopping. So I think, let's see. Monday through Tuesday, I can work on extra stuff. Like, those can be the days when I, like, start counting stuff up, like, how much of each product I have. That only takes, like, an hour or so, though, so I don't think I'll need 2 days to do it, but I think it's good to just, like, have that little break. And then Wednesday is yarn shopping. Then Thursday, I won't be able to do anything, so I'm just gonna skip that day. Friday, I'll definitely be able to work on some stuff, so. I'll have that as another extra day. And then Saturday. Oh, that Friday and Saturday just continue to be extra days. And then Sunday, I'm going to continue working on gnomes. Let's see. There's so much I need to do. And then Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday would basically be prepping for that market. And then I did sign up for another market that I think is 2 weeks after this one. Either or it was like the week after. But I believe it was 2 weeks after. Because this is on the 11th through the 13th. And then I did sign up for another market. It's not confirmed yet whether I'm doing it or not. But that one would be in 2 weeks. It's on the 27th. It's either the week after or 2 weeks after. I'll figure that out. So yeah, this is basically prepping for 2 markets. Obviously I'll do like separate market prepping for the other one if I do get accepted. I haven't gotten the email yet, so I'm waiting on that. The other market is run by the same people who ran MiniCon. I did film videos for MiniCon, but I feel like I didn't quite do enough to turn it into a full-length video, so I just kind of canceled that video. But yeah. Again, since this is going to be on my cosplay channel too, I thought I'd talk about some of my cosplay plans for this year. Now that I'm graduated, I will have a lot more time to be able to work on my cosplays and maybe film more of the process of making some of my cosplays. Right now, I'm working on my Abel cosplay. I'm trying to I'm trying to hot glue feathers onto wings, but I ran out of feathers and I just need one more bag. So, those are the wings that you guys saw earlier, is my Abel wings. So, those should be done sometime next week, I think, because while I'm at Hobby Lobby with my friend, I'm probably going to get feathers as well. Because that's where I got my feathers. I literally bought out the entire stock of feathers and it wasn't enough. So, I just need one more bag. So, I do plan on finding more conventions to go to. I don't have the money to pay for all of them, but if I find more free conventions, I'm going to those. I am planning on going to ToshoCon again this year, and be in the cosplay contest. I think this year and next year are the last 2 years I can be in the contest, but I can still continue to be a vendor there, and obviously I'm going to cosplay while I'm being a vendor. Because, you know, it's just not fun without cosplay. You can't go to a convention and not cosplay. I mean, you can, it's just boring. People do it at FanX all the time, and I'm like, this doesn't even feel like a convention. Almost no one is cosplaying, and it's really sad. Maybe because a lot of the cosplayers go on, like, Friday and Saturday, because that's a lot of time when they're more available, and they're the 2 longest days. So Thursday normally doesn't have many cosplayers in the first place, but it's still fun, so, you know. Anyway, so I am going to FanX this year. I'm not going to tell you guys my lineup until we get closer to the convention, since it's not for a few more months. But yeah. So that's basically my cosplay plans for the next year. I don't know about any other conventions that are happening this year. I could ask my friends. They go to more conventions than I do because they actually have the money. But I do think I might do Isekai this next year. Isekai already passed for this year, but I might do it next year. We will see. Because I don't have a job besides my crochet business, and that's all the money I get. So, yeah. I don't really have much else. Let's see. Then that Monday. I think Wednesday is the day that I'm going to be spending, like, counting everything. Although I do kind of want to do that right now. Okay, I think that Monday and Tuesday, just again going to be extra days just to finish anything that's unfinished. And just kind of get stuff done. Because I have several things that would probably just end up turning into whips as this goes on. So I want to finish those whips and get them sold. One thing that I still really need to finish that would literally take 2 seconds to finish is, hold on, I got him, is my Santa Jack. I don't think I put a wire in his neck. No, I don't think I put any wires in his neck, but his head is a little floppy, but that's fine. This is Santa Jack, and I just need to add his eyes and mouth and he's done, but I'm never in the mood to do that. So, we're gonna see if I ever get to him. He's just kind of one of those, like, we'll see if he gets done projects. I've been working on him since my last market. And, yeah. He's just kind of there now. He doesn't really do much. And I still have several other details I need to add to him. So he's still not technically done yet, because he still needs, like, the little buckle on his belt and a few small extra details. But, yeah. So I'm basically done with him. I should get his face on and embroider the buckle on his belt. So I guess I will see you guys later. I think I'm gonna go through and count everything I have, write it on a paper so then I know what else I need to make so I can add it to this list. So yeah, I'll see you guys later. I know this is a bad angle, but I just came on here to tell you guys that I counted every single item and how much I have of each item. So, I have 2 minis, 7 leggy frogs, 6 turtles, 24 keychains, 8 mushy pops, 3 fruits, 6 axolotls, 14 mushy boys, 12 octos, 8 gummies, a capybara, a wicked cat, a potato, a mushy boy pop, 2 dinos, 3 gnomes, a duck, a bag, and a bunny. And the total number of items is 102. And I still have more to make. I didn't count my pickles! Hold on, how many pickles do I have? Give me a second. I have 5 pickles, so that actually makes the total 107. And I still have more to crochet, so I guess I'll see you guys then. I'm eating dinner real quick, and I'm really just having a corn dog. So I'm taking a break from crocheting so I can eat and do the dishes, and then going back to it. Okay, I have 1 more turtle I need to make, and then 3 more mushy pops. I finished all the bees, so I'm done with the bees. So I seriously just have 1 more turtle and 3 mushy pops, and then there's still so much to do and so little time. I really want to start working on like the pocket stuff, like the minis, like my mini chicken and the mini frogs, but I don't have enough eyes for that. I only have enough 12mm eyes for one more plushie now. So, question is, do I make another pickle until I get more eyes tomorrow? Or I am planning on working on pickles tomorrow, so we'll see. I have a whole plan. I don't expect to finish all the turtles and mushy pops today, so I moved the rest of them down to Sunday. Because I am still like in the crochet mood, but I'm kind of burnt out on the stuff I've been crocheting since I've kind of been crocheting the same stuff all day. So I'm a little burnt out on the stuff I was crocheting, and I want to work on like the new stuff, but I don't have enough stuff to make the new stuff, you know? So yeah, I need to fill my pickle jar. I need more mushy boy pops, more mushy pops, one more turtle, and 9 of each of the little pocket animals. So far we have 111 items made. And there might be more if I decide to bring my earrings. My earrings are very like hit or miss. Like they don't sell very well. Like they're my cheapest item, but they don't sell very well. So I'm debating if I want to continue selling earrings. Because I kind of like the earrings and I kind of just want to keep them for myself, but I could always make more. But I just never have enough earrings to fill the entire earring rack thing. And it just kind of feels like a waste to make all these earrings if they don't sell very well. So I'm probably not going to risk it. I'm not going to bother making the earrings. Or bringing them with. Because I've maybe sold 2 pairs of earrings, or maybe 3 pairs of earrings, in the entirety of running my business. Yeah. I feel like being productive, but I have nothing to be productive with. What I might do is start writing my prices down on a piece of paper just because I feel like being productive. So, yeah. I'll see you guys later. I'm out of white yarn. And it's like 9 o'clock at night, so Hobby Lobby is closed. And I was really hoping to finish all of these little guys today. But no. I did orange, yellow, green, and halfway through blue. Of course, when I'm prepping for a market, and I won't be able to buy more yarn until Wednesday. Okay. I think the only things that really need white yarn right now are really just my chickens, pretty much. Yeah, that's all that really needs them. But even then, the little pocket chickens, not all of them are gonna be white, so it's just, you know. Glad I didn't make any more mushy boys this time, because that would take up even more. I'm just wondering what ate up all the white yarn. Probably the turtles, actually. What to make now? My plan just got ruined. I guess the other thing I wanted to make was pickles. So I could start making those, or I could just stop for the day. But there is still a lot I need to get done. And tomorrow I was gonna work on turtles. And then Monday I was gonna work on like the little pocket stuff. It's not gonna be yarn week at Hobby Lobby next week, so the yarn is gonna be even more expensive. So do I just want to wait until the week of to finish the little mushy boy pops, just because the white yarn is more expensive than the other yarns I need. So I'm not sure. I might do that. Because I can't really work on the mushy boy pops anymore, because I'm out of that yarn. Just erase. I'm kind of getting burnt out on making some of this stuff, so I think I'm going to start working on just like a personal project. Because I do want to get back into micro crochet. So I'm making a micro crochet blanket. Not like a full person blanket, but like a little mini blanket. Just because I want to. So I might do that. Just a little personal project. We'll see if I end up selling it. I just want to make something out of micro crochet. So that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I think I'm gonna just work on a personal project because I'm getting really burnt out on working on plushies. So I shall return. So, counting today, there are 10 days until the market. Sorry, my hair's wet. I just showered. So I'm tired. Today I was gonna work on just my pocket plushies, which are my frogs and my chickens, and I might make other ones just because I'm looking at the bin I'm using for it, and it is a decent sized bin, so I think I can fit more than what I was planning on in there. I already put the label and stuff on it. I can show you guys when we get to the market. Sorry, I need to. Sorry, I accidentally stopped the video when turning up the brightness on my camera. I'll turn up the brightness on my phone because the sun is literally right out the window right there. And I don't want to pull the blinds down to close it because I have a lantern that's solar powered. So, yeah. Anyway, so I guess we're gonna get started with those. I did make two yesterday. I made a orange chicken and a red frog, but I still need to make a red chicken. And then, I'm gonna kind of go in rainbow order, I guess. Yeah. So those I need to make an orange frog and a red chicken. Yep. Okay. I am so tired. So, a little update. I told you guys about how I applied for 2 markets, and this video was market prepping for one of them. Well, I just barely got the confirmation email for the second one, so guess I have 2 markets this month. I think the second market, since it's a Ren Fair type thing, like it's just a 1-day Ren Fair, so I'm probably gonna cosplay while going there, but I'm gonna make a separate video for that one. But I'm not sure if my booth was inside or outside. I don't remember, but yeah. This booth is only $35, so I'm gonna wait until after this booth that I'm doing now before I pay for the next one. Mainly because they haven't sent me the email yet to pay, so I'm just waiting for the payment email, and then I have until the 17th to pay, but my market is from the 11th through the 13th, so I'll have the money by the time I get there. Yeah. Yeah, I don't really have much else to talk about. Let's see, what did I finish? I don't really have much else to do. I do need to finish a gnome, though, but, let's see. I only have 2 more chickens and 2 more frogs to make. I finished all the Mushy Boy Pops, and then I still need to fill the pickle jar. I'm not too worried about the pickles, because those are an easy workup. But one thing I do want to work on is my gnome, so I finally got the yarn for that, and whatever I have left over from this I'm going to use to make the orange gnome. So, yeah. I don't really have much else to say, so I'll see you guys later. Cosplaying Maid Jax to see Digital Circus in theaters. My friend and I are going together, and I'm doing Maid Jax while she's doing regular Jax, so it's gonna be a fun day. Okay, I think it's been like a week since I last filmed anything. Sorry, my voice is like dying right now. I went to a concert last night. But I made the impulsive decision of making whales. This is only my second one, but I'm gonna be making more because my I finished all the minis I was planning on making. They're on the floor right there. But I had room, so I'm making whales now. I'm hoping I can fit at least 8. At least. Crossing fingers. Yeah. And I'll see you guys later. Bye. So when I talked with you guys last night, I made 2 whales. And this morning, I woke up and made 6 more. Yeah. So with the whales, we have pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, purple, gray, and this like speckled one. So yeah. So that means my minis bin is finally full, which means I don't need to make any more minis. All I really have left to make is the pickles, but I ran out of yarn for that. Like, I lost yarn chicken while making a pickle. And I was almost done with him, too. I had, like, 3 more rounds. I do have this other yarn, which is the yarn I originally used for my pickles, which is this one. I don't think I have enough to make a pickle, but I might. And I'll just, like, have a mix of the different pickle colors. And, like, this is the original color I used for the pickles, but one time Hobby Lobby ran out of this, and so I just got this yarn instead because I needed to make pickles. So they're very different, but honestly, they both look good as pickles, so I don't really mind either way. I'm thinking that I can, like, mix the 2 colors, so I'm not just using one color for, like, all the pickles. But the jar is almost full of these ones, so maybe if these sell out, then I'll go back to the original color, or I'll switch between them. Yeah. I have 5 pickles so far. I can maybe fit 3 more in here. Yeah, like 3 more. So if I end up not making more, then I don't think it will be a huge deal because I didn't sell very much at my last market. So, but the first time selling pickles, I sold all of them, and they sold fast. So these are one of my best sellers, but I just don't make enough of them to be like what I sell the most of. I think I'm going to go through inventory after I clean up my area over there that's just covered in yarn. And yeah, because I need a lot of space to kind of check inventory and stuff. So, yeah.
Okay, it's the day before the market. I got nothing done this week. I was going to finish my pickles, but lost yarn chicken, and I have yet to buy more yarn, but that's all I have left to make is my pickles. So, my market isn't until, I think, 5 tomorrow. So, I'm going to get there at 2 to start setting up. Yeah. So I'll have time in the morning to go out and buy yarn, and then I'm just going to work on the pickles while I'm there. Just because it gives me something to do, and because I really want to get those last 3 pickles done. So I had an impulsive decision to make stickers for every single thing that I crocheted. And because I didn't want to use all the printer ink, I am coloring in every single one of these with my alcohol markers. And my sticker paper isn't waterproof, so it is what it is. So it's the day of the market. Hobby Lobby and the bank don't open until 9 o'clock. So, just waiting for those to open, and then I can go over, get money out for change, and then, go to Hobby Lobby to get the green yarn that I need. Sorry, I have a bit of a cold, so my voice is kind of not great right now. What a great time to get a cold. Anyway, see you guys later. Bye-bye. So I got it all set up. I'll show you guys the setup in a second. But my mom had to take my little brother to karate, so I'm lonely for now. I have my crochet stuff so I can crochet more. I do have a friend coming. I don't know when. Yeah. Guess I'll see you guys in a second. This doesn't start until 5, and it is 2:57. I still have 2 hours. They didn't send out an email on what time it starts, so I literally had to find it online. So I didn't know that, so I signed up to set up at 2 o'clock, and clearly that was more than enough. So I guess if I ever want to shift anything around, then I'll be fine. But yeah. So it is currently 6 o'clock. I still have 3 more hours. It's only been an hour, I think. Yeah, it's only been an hour. So far I've only sold one thing, a bee, to one of my friends. Market's going pretty slow. The friend that was with me, she wanted to go eat lunch at her house, so she ditched me, and now I actually have to pee, but I have to wait until someone comes back so I can go take a pee break. I don't have to go that bad, so I can hold it and stuff. But I did finish making all the bees. I still need to make the 2 octopi and then 2 pickles. So I think because the octopi are faster, it won't use up my phone battery very much. I'm probably gonna make those first. So yeah. So I'm all set up for day 2. I completely forgot to bring my business cards. My mom said she'll bring them later. Alright, you're good. And yeah. So I guess I'll see you guys later. It is day 3 of the market. Sorry I'm outside, there's a lot of loud noises. But I got here really early because the parade is today. And so I'm just kind of sitting here and waiting for my mom to come back because she went to the bathroom. So my little brother's in the parade, so I'm just kind of waiting here until like 11 o'clock, and then I'm gonna go for the thing. They're closing the roads in like 5 minutes or so. I'll see you guys later. Bye. Okay, final day. We have about 6 minutes until we start. So I'm just kind of waiting here until people come by. The parade ended, so people are walking around now. So good thing I set up what I did. Yeah, I'll see you later. Bye. Okay, guys, the market is officially over. I didn't get a video of what it looked like in the end, but I got pictures, so those will show up. Just because people were looking at my stuff, and I didn't want it to look like I was recording them, and yeah. So, let's see. I'm just gonna go down this list of the items that I made, and I'm gonna tell you like how much of them sold. So the octos, I sold them for $8, and I made 12 of them, sold 10, so I only have 2 left. My gummy bears, I made 8. I know I sold 1, because I just got to put it on there. I'll write that down. There we go. I think I only sold 1 gummy bear. I'm gonna double check. Sorry. I just know I sold some, and I just didn't keep track of that for some reason.
Yeah, I have it right here. I sold my pink gummy. That was the only one I sold. Yeah. Anyway. Back to what we were doing. So yeah, I sold one gummy bear. My chickens, I was selling them for $8. I know I sold quite a bit of these. Where are they on the list? I sold 7 of them. So there's 3 left. And then frogs, they were also $8. I made 10 of them. I sold 6, so I have 4 left. And then whales, I made 8. I know I didn't sell very many. I sold 2 whales. But they did get a lot of attention, so that's something. Then bees, I sold them for $10 as keychains. I made 27 of them, sold 10, so almost half. And then there's my wicked cat, which was just Glinda. I was selling it for $10, and I sold it, so that's that one thing that got sold. I still have my Christmas potato for my last market. I was selling it for $10, didn't sell. Mushy pops, I was selling them for $10, made 12 of them. I sold 2. And then my duck keychains, I was selling them for $10 and was selling 2 of them, sold both of them, so those are sold out. And I'm probably not going to make them again because they're kind of tedious. But anyway. Pickles, I was selling them for $12, made 6 of them. It actually might have been 7. Hold on, let me look at this. Never mind. I just made 6. Yeah, only 6. And I sold 5 pickles. I know that because I only have 1 left. And then, what am I on the list? Leggy frogs. I was selling them for $12. I had 7 of them. Sold out. Okay, I just want to look at the stuff that I had a lot of that sold out, so then I can restock those for future markets. Anyway. And then I had a strawberry for $15, and I only had 1. That 1 strawberry sold. And then axolotls, I was selling them for $18, and had 6 of them, and none of them sold. Yeah, that's why I stopped making them, because they just don't sell well, so. And then mushy boys, selling them for $18, I made 14. And how many did I sell this time? I sold 3. Same amount as last year. The mushy boy pops, I was selling them for $20, and I made 7 of them. I sold 2, but they did get a lot of attention. And then my pineapple, I was selling 1, didn't sell it. Same with the eggplant, that was also $20. Turtles were $25, and I made 10. And I sold 4. So that's not too bad. They did get a lot of attention, so I'll take that. For my 2 big dinos, I was selling them for $25, only made 2, didn't sell any of them. My large duck, I still have him. If you were here for previous markets, I have this big duck that I have for every single market, and so far he hasn't sold yet, but he'll find his home when he finds it, you know? But yeah. And then my bunny and my carrot, I was selling them both for $30, together. and didn't sell. My smaller gnome, my lemon gnome, was $35 and I only had one. That sold, and then my 2 large gnomes also sold that were being sold for $40. So it was this plumbing company that where like their whole theme is gnomes, and they saw that I was selling gnomes, so I got $115 just from them. But yeah. But yeah. And then my capybara was $40, and I only had one, and that sold. And then my bag for $40, I only had one, and it's still here. So that brings our total down to, where is it? On a different page. That brings our total down to $969. And then we subtract the booth fee, which is $75. And then we subtract, sorry. How did I misread that so bad? So, 969 minus the booth fee, which is $75, and that goes to $894. And then subtract the amount of money I spent on materials, that's minus 122.8, 0.08, which then lowers it down to $772.08. And then minus the $20 that I spent on a bag, that lowers it down to $752.08. And I haven't even done the tax stuff yet. So I need to wait a few days for them to send in the tax papers, but for now my net worth is $752.08, which is not bad, so I'll take it. My next market will be in 2 weeks, so yeah, 2 weeks from today, and it is a Ren fair, so I do want to make more fantasy type cosplays, and I am going to be cosplaying there, but I want to make more fantasy type vendor booths. So I want to make fantasy type products. I mean, wow, I can't think today. It's been a long 3 days. Anyway, got sunburns on my arms. It's great. Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, that's pretty much it. In Venmo, I made $584, and then in cash, I made $385. Because my mom also gave me an extra $20, so I guess you could just add on the $20 from the $20 I subtracted, and that's $772. But yeah. So I guess I should write this down on this paper. I'm just going to write that down so I have it for at the end of the year when I do the end of year review with my business and my cosplay stuff. So I'm going to tuck this in here. And the person that was in the vendor booth next to us, well, technically diagonal from us, so she sells like permanent jewelry and that type of stuff. But she also does like lipstick, like she does a lot of stuff. But one thing she also sells are like these Venmo cards. Like she programs cards to go directly to people's Venmos, and then she like engraves them. And so today she gave me the card so I could test it out. And then I gave it back to her at the end of the day so then she can put the engraving in, because her iPad was being goofy when she was doing it yesterday. But yeah. Then I think I'm just gonna keep this for future reference. Yeah, I don't know. I guess I'll tuck it into this back pocket right here. I'm not sure. Yeah, I'm keeping that for next year. And that was it. I really hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you want to see more market prep videos, because that's probably what I'm mostly going to be posting on here, because I don't have much time for crochet since I do cosplay as well. Like, my cosplay business is, like, my big thing. It's not really a business because I don't get paid to cosplay, but, like, cosplay is, like, my big thing. So I would really, really appreciate it if you guys stopped by to my cosplay channel to say hi, or if you're watching this on my cosplay channel, stop by on my crochet channel and say hi. The names are basically the same. There's Baby Weeb Cosplays and Baby Weeb Crochet. So, yeah, it's basically the same. But, anyway, I guess I'll see you guys next time. Let me know if there's anything you guys want me to crochet. Also, if you want any, like, custom orders or commissions, email me. My link will be in the description to my website where you can find my email. So, yeah, I'll see you guys later. Love y'all. Bye. Maybe.